All right, we got Tony in the house. Welcome, Tony, on this Sunday afternoon.
Keep on talking to me. Don't you leave me by myself. There's something in the way.
We are at the Santa Monica Pier at a restaurant called Albright.
Today we are at the Santa Monica Pier, and I kind of wanted to talk a little bit about
The 3 greatest tips for travel vlogging.
I don't know if I would say the greatest tips, but I'm going to give 3 tips to make better travel vlogs. Tip number 1 is to tell the actual story of the day, and this is something that sometimes I don't do a great job of. Show actual obstacles, like if you're traveling at the airport and you like lose something, like show yourself, document kind of like the struggle and the obstacles rather than just saying like, oh, we're walking to the pier now and we had to find her friend at the airport. So I kind of tried to show that, and it wasn't a struggle, but it was just kind of like an obstacle that we had to go through. It wasn't just like, all right, we're at the airport and now we're going back home. It kind of was documenting like a real part, like a real story of the day.
The only thing I want to do.
Step number 2 is to live in the moment, and as kind of cheesy as that sounds, it kind of goes along with point number 1, being that if you're living in the moment and trying to realize what's actually happening and try to document the actual day instead of just saying what you're doing, it feels like a much more natural story, at least to me. And like the type of vlogs I make, I try to document over creating like something to say. I mean, it's not the only way to do a travel vlog, but I've always found it better to try to live in the moment as much as possible, because 1, you don't want to miss living in the moment, and 2, it makes for a more natural, genuine vlog. We are now Ubering back to Josh's apartment. We're going to another Lakers game tonight. Woo-hoo! Because he's potentially playing tonight. And tip number 3 is still emphasizing your personality. It's so easy when you're traveling to a new place and seeing new things, or not even like a new place necessarily, but when you're traveling, it's so easy to show the environment and not let your personality shine through. People watch vlogs in the first place for like the beauty, but then they stay for the personality, and that's what I think I need to work on the best, and that I'm not the greatest at, keeping my personality in the vlogs and not just letting everything else speak for it. So that's something that I'm always trying to get better at, is emphasizing more and like being more myself on camera and letting that shine through. And I still try to add as much personality and story to it as possible. It's hard definitely when you're traveling and you have so much stuff going on, you're trying to keep track of everything, but when you can do that, I think that's a very key thing. But like I said, that's something that I struggle with sometimes, is when I get somewhere, I just like, oh, I want to get all these cool shots, but if you don't add any personality to those shots and any story behind it, it's kind of meaningless.